What is up, everyone? Welcome to the video. Blacklight here with another Grey Zone Warfare video discussing whether you should be buying a GZW right now or holding off. Is it worth it? Let's get into it. But before we do, can you please, if you do like the video, give it a thumbs up, comment for the algorithm, and of course, if you do enjoy my content, give me a sub and get ready for what is to come, because I love extraction looter shooters. That is my core. I really have played them for so long, and Grey Zone Warfare lives up to the hype. Now, I want to preface something before we really get into the reasons whether you should be buying this or not. Now, I think for a game that is only 2 years or had 2 years of development, it is absolutely brilliant. This is something I really harp on, and I don't think a lot of people give credit for, because games like Tarkov, for instance, 7 years still has issues like desync, cheaters, everything that you can sort of think of, even server issues when new maps like Streets of Tarkov come out. And I don't want to hate on Tarkov too much. This isn't a Tarkov hate video, but I'm just giving you a background as to why you should appreciate what you can see in Grey Zone Warfare. Now, essentially with Grey Zone Warfare, this is a PvE based game, but then has PvP elements to it. What you're going to find in this game, I think, and whether this is the game for you to buy, is what do you enjoy doing. Now, I will easily tell you, if you enjoy PvP only, this most probably isn't the game for you, in a sense that PvE is just so vastly driven in this game. PvP can sometimes be hard to find unless you're given information from another player on the map that PvP is happening here. And the only way to really get into the PvP of it most of the times is you're just randomly running into another player like you would in other games. And sometimes, and unfortunately, that can be through just landing in an LZ where you need to do a task and someone may be camping or around that LZ, and that's when your PvP starts. Although the game is absolutely beautiful and it gives you so much to look at, I feel like at the moment Grey Zone doesn't offer a lot in terms of the meat of it, what's on the inside. You can do a vast amount of tasks. I think the number is about 133, which will increase in the future. And I think also, with that being said, I would only really recommend this game if you were going to be playing with friends or a squad continually. I feel like even though I've played this as a solo player predominantly, when I do meet random people or I play with random people for the first time, I'm enjoying the game more. Whereas in games like Tarkov, I just love playing solo because I still get that PvP element continuously. And predominantly for me, I do enjoy PvP a lot. This is why I sort of bring this up. Now, although there is 133 tasks, these tasks can be quite linear in a sense. They repeat a lot. There's not a lot you can do. However, I do love the challenge of when you are tasking of some AI being brutal, just like Tarkov again, but places like Tiger Bay or Midnight Sapphire, as you increase your tasks and the more you complete, you're going to go to harder places. Now, what Grey Zone does offer completely different, and I think this could be a reason why you might want to buy this, is it's just completely different. Although it is a guns shooter game, there's nothing really you can go in and say, what can I compare Grey Zone Warfare to? I really like this addition of helicopters and flying and having a persistent world, and it gives you that sort of feel that you are playing something completely unique. Now, the one thing I do realize with Grey Zone Warfare is that when you do play the game, the more you play it, you actually realize how crazily good this game can be. And the key word there is can. Although I've played so many hours into this game, I'm not even really getting burnt out, which is a great sign, but I'm also just getting to the point where there's nothing left to do. Now, we do have a middle part in the map called Ground Zero, and they have said, and this is coming from, I think it's Rick, who works for Madfinger Games, basically saying that later in the year, and I think possibly it's towards the back end of the year, we are going to see the big update. update. For now, they have released patch notes where I think next week they are going to be trying to fix some exploits that have been done, give more server space, which they have for us Oceania server players. And so far, the team from Madfinger Games have been really, really responsive, and the communication has been S tier, which is something we love to see. But at the end of the day, when you are going to that store button and you are typing Greyzone Warfare in, you are wanting reasons to click purchase now and not later. And I think all in all, it really does come down to what type of player you are. Now, if you have 2 to 3 friends, even 4, that are all hyped to get it, I think when you dive into this game, you guys are absolutely going to love it, because 1, the environment, 2, the feel and the uniqueness to the game, and I think 3, it does offer a bit of intensity in a PvE and PvP scene. Some of the AI I've said to you, like, is just ridiculously crazy, and I don't even know if they're going to get toned down. Nothing has been said about that, but definitely in a sense of how spongy they are, that will happen. Now, I think with Greyzone Warfare, there is so much more to be seen, as in I did bring up Ground Zero. The biggest thing I think for this game will be how quickly this all happens, and with wipes, which were said to be every 6 months, but is that going to be a problem? We don't know. The day and night cycle, I think, is going to be something that is going to be absolutely amazing for this game. I cannot wait to play a night, well, not even a nighttime raid, but I can't wait to play this game at nighttime. I think that is really, really, really amazing. Again, I would recommend this game to people that love PvE. I feel like this is one thing I really did want to bring up, is when I played Tarkov for so long, I have thousands of hours in Tarkov. I sort of went to the image of these, you know, single dads or single people that are parents, or even parents themselves, and they only had 30 minutes to an hour to even play a game during a week or a day. And when you go into Tarkov, that's not enough. You can do one raid, but sometimes you're even forced under pressure. But I feel like with Greyzone, no matter how your day is going and no matter what you've got in your schedule and how little time you have, you can get things done, and it can be enjoyable. And there's no time limit. It's a persistent world, and this gives you flexibility. And I think flexibility in a game is absolutely amazing. So that's something I did want to touch on, although, you know, at the end of the day, we are going to sort of buy a game if we think it looks great and there's not many issues around it. Now, from what I can see and hear, they have fixed up a lot of issues around the game. If that was something that you were concerned about, you know, the invisible head glitches, things like you don't have your own safe box, and even I think by next week, we're looking at Monday, Tuesday, the exploit in the base of killing AI, killing players with a grenade and disconnecting quickly, so then it registers in the server. So things like that are already attended to and will be fixed very shortly. My recommendation for this game, very simple. I'm gonna have to say, yes, it is worth the buy if you are definitely playing with friends. As a solo, I would say maybe sit a bit back and maybe wait for the big update. In my opinion, I feel like this game for a solo gets a bit boring, you know, mid into the tasks, and also PvP as a solo, although I find it a big challenge, it's really hard to succeed because a lot of the combat is medium to long range and not a lot of it is CQB, which affects solo players a lot because, one, you know, you sort of have to, you can't go in to get the loot, you're not getting rewarded. Although I love the PvP and it's fun, a lot of people do hide in bushes. That is just the way of Greyzone Warfare at the moment because it is based in the jungle as well. I would recommend, unless you are just diving straight in and paying for the supporter edition, I'd recommend to go light for now on the standard or the entry edition and just get a feel for the game and see what they do with it. But all in all, I do recommend to buy the game if you've got some friends and you're ready to go and you're thinking about it. It is well worth it. My FPS sits at about 100 to 110. They are optimizing the game as it goes on and extending server server capacities, so there's nothing to worry about that. So all in all, at this point in time, I give this game a solid 7 to 8 out of 10 of where it is, and I'm very, very happy about it. I've released so much content. Give it a buy, try it out, and let me know in the comments below what you think about the game. Are there things that you wish were already out, or maybe you're really excited to see in the future? Once again, I am Blacklight. I appreciate all the support you guys have given, and I can't wait to release more content around the game when they give us more content, and I hope that is ASAP. Please, again, like, subscribe, and comment for the algorithm. You know I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one. I am Blacklight.